Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how we build this awesome set of stairs. So in order to start cutting out our stringers, we first need to mark everything out. And to do that, I've gone to the Googles and typed in stringer calculator. It brings us to this website where we can put in the height of the house and it produces our steps, including our rises and our runs. So you see I've clamped a board on my roofing square here at 7.5 inches as our rise and our run 9 3/4. So we're going to do the first top step and work our way down. And we're going to first line up against this edge. This is where it's going to butt up against the house. But because we have that 1.5 2x8 plate that's attached to the house, we're going to go another 1.5 inches past it. And this is now going to be the top step. So we'll just mark it right like this. And then we simply just slide down, lining up from where that last step ended. And we just draw out our triangles from here. We just work our way down. Then we use our circular saw to cut this out, use a jigsaw in the corners, and that's our stringers. So for the top step, because we want to match this angle 90 degrees to the house, we've got it flipped around and we'll just mark like this. And that's where it's going to push up against that 2x8 plate that attaches to the house. You see our board's a little bit long, that's fine. Some of this wood is not the greatest, so it's good that we chop a bit of it off. Now this last step is only 6 inches because the 1.5 inches for the thickness of the 2x6 decking we're putting on top makes up that 7.5 inch difference. So I've just marked 6 inch from here to here, and we're just gonna mark the bottom piece that's gonna touch the cement. Well, as you see, I was able to use my miter saw with a nice dust collection, but unfortunately it's not capable of making the rest of these cuts, so back to the good old circular saw and jigsaw for the corners. Now that our first string is cut out, we can use it as a template, make everything a lot easier to cut out the next 5. And with this piece, we can kind of move it around if there's any knots or anything we want to try to avoid. Makes it really simple that way. Now, before I do cut out the next 5, I am going to bring this outside and make sure it's accurate, because there's nothing worse than cutting 6 bad stringers. So our stringers are cut out. We have 4 for the middle and 2 for the outside. The reason those are for the outside is because they're the prettiest with the least amount of knots. Now these 4 on the inside, however, are going to need a little notch cut out for a 2x4, which is going to anchor the front of the stairs to the cement. So we'll just mark this and cut it on the bandsaw. So now that our ledger board is firmly attached to the house, we're going to install our stringers. And to do that, we're going to be using these stringer hangers right here. Now we'll put this on the inside so it doesn't show on the outside. It's pretty ugly. And we're going to just place it right here. And one of these lines is where we're going to bend it. So I'll place it just behind, and in the corner, we'll bend this up. Okay, so now I'm going to mark the height of this bracket, and then we're going to install a nail in every one of these holes. Now I'm just going to double check for square, and we'll install the rest of these nails. So with the stringers attached to the house, you see I've got my 2x4 base plate down here. We're going to attach that with some wedge anchors, but first we're going to attach each stringer to the 2x4 just with some toe-nailed 3-inch screws into each side of it. That way everything doesn't move around as we drive in these anchors. So before we mount the 4x4 railing post, which is going to go right here in this corner, I want to add a piece of blocking between these two stringers. So I'll just use this as a spacer. It's the same width as the 4x4, and we'll put a 2x6 brace between these two. So next I'm going to attach all of these middle section steps. The tops, we have to make room for the railing, so we'll do that after. But I really want to lock everything in place. And when I install these steps, I did design it with a 1/2 inch overhang, so we'll be using the spacer block on each end to make sure that everything is the right spacing. So next we're going to install these post brackets right here, which we're going to wedge anchor into the cement in the 4 corners, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And I'm just going to use my level here to make sure it's nice and plumb, mark the location on the ground, drill it out with the SDS, shove in the wedge anchors, and we'll move on to mounting the post. So because our bracket has that wedge anchor bolt coming up right in the middle, I'm going to first mark the center, and then we're going to use an 1 1/8 spade bit and just drill out the center about 1 inch deep to make room for that nut and bolt. To make sure these posts never move, we've got these 6-inch structural GRK screws. We're going to drill through the blocking, through the post, into the plate that's on the house here. But first we need to recess the hole a little bit, as this is about 6.5 inches and the bolts only come in 6 inches. So we'll just drill a little bit and then drive those in. Then we'll attach the bottom. So to attach this lower post, I'm going to set it in place, drive a few 3-inch screws in from the side just to hold everything in place, while I add some blocking along the back, and then we're going to drive in our big GRK screws to really lock things in place. And then we'll add our decking back on top here and the top step as well. So for these lag screws, I'm not going to bore out a hole for the head, as these ones will go all the way through. We don't have that extra 2x material in front to make up the difference. And a little bit will just poke out the back, and you'll never be able to see it or get to it anyways. I'm just going to add this little piece of 2x4 blocking right here, attach it to the post, because our top tread right here on the front is going to have something to bite into, and that's also going to lock this post from moving left to right just a little bit more. So I've got a piece of wood here to just hold up our bottom step. Now I'm going to mark both sides and cut out the post with a jigsaw. So because we have this lip here and the way just everything's configured, there's no way you'd ever get a full piece in here. So we have the offcut piece. I'm going to mark it, and we'll just slide it in there, screw it in place. So now I'm going to use some number 6" and 5/8 screws and install these kicker plates on all of our stringers. So to get this angle on the lower railing, I just laid this 2x4 piece along the steps and then marked the vertical post on either side on the inside of the post. And now we're just going to cut this to match, but we are going to take off 3/8 of an inch, which is the total distance of the thickness of these two pieces, one on either end. So we'll make the cut, take off 3/8 of an inch, and then we'll do that for all four, and then we'll get on to drilling our holes for the balusters. So now I need to mark out where I'm going to be drilling holes for our balusters. Now, ideal spacing for balusters is 4 inches between bars, but because we are on an angle, it's actually 5 inches. So the overall length of this is 49.5. So all I need to do is simply take away 1/4 inch to all of my 5-inch increment dimensions and just mark it out like this. So in order to fully center these holes, make a nice clean cut, and have the right angle, I've created this little jig here at the drill press. This is also going to offer us nice dust collection. So I've just cut the reciprocal angle of what's on each end of this board. In this case, it's 38 here, 52 degrees here. These two boards right here, this is kind of like a backer wall piece, and this is the piece that the board is going to sit on. These two are affixed to the table, and this piece right here is kind of able to wobble around. It's just got a single screw holding it in place. And on this side, I've got some sandpaper right here for some extra grip. So you'll see as I put my piece in here in increments of 5 inches as our spacing, I throw a clamp on here to squeeze it really tight so it can't move around, as this has a tendency to want to shake around as we're not really drilling with the center of the bit. It's kind of coming in from the side because it is on that angle. And then it kind of evens itself out, stops wobbling as much as we make our way through the hole. Now I'm just going to drill as far as I can down. It's about 1.5 inches. That leaves us lots of room to cover up these little holes in these balusters. So we'll just progress our way down and get them out on these handrails. So this end goes to the lower part of the stairs, and there's that little pointy bit that I just lopped off, and that's so it sits a little bit better into this bracket. It doesn't need to have that little part sticking out. Now on this end, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. It's just going to sit just like that. Now I am going to be driving in an 1 5/8 screw up here and a 3-inch screw right here, and we'll attach all 8 of these brackets, then we'll get it mounted outside. So we've got our bottom rail here. I'm just going to simply put it against the post and rest it on the steps. And that fits really nice. Now we're just going to drive in 4 screws on each one of these brackets, put our post in, or our balusters, and then we'll rest the top rail on top and just attach that. Can you push this that way?
Oh, I'd love to. The best. Subscribe and like.
So the last thing I need to do is lop off these posts. You see I've got it marked on all 4 sides. I'll use my speed square in combination with my circular saw, and the little bit left in the middle we'll just knock off with the reciprocating saw, put our caps on, and we're done.
All right, time for my reward.